Road to the Breeders' Cup takes us down to the Bayou and the $400,000 Grade 2 Super Derby. Let's take a look at this field from the rail. The pride of Emerald Downs, Prime Engine, ships in, and he comes in with a 6-length victory in his last start. The Emerald Derby picking up a speed figure of 83. That matches up his previous race when he got a tough luck second with an 82 in the Seattle Slough Handicap. 3 for 7 Lifetime has some sharp recent works, a big win in his last race, and he has the rail. And J.J. Steiner, he's going to be tough in this race. 4 Leif Chief is the opposite of Prime Engine. He is a deep closer, and his best race was probably back on March 28th, the Fairgrounds. He came from 17 lengths out of it, won that race by 2. Since then, he's lost 4 races in a row, did not fire in the Prelude Stakes, the prep race for this. He is a closer, kind of pace dependent, but he does get G money in the saddle. And if the pace falls apart, he could be one of the few horses that could be running late. And he is one of 5 horses from the Prelude that'll be coming into the Super Derby. The Picket Factor is your morning line favorite and a close call over Allied Air Raid. Picket Factor has won 4 out of 5 races, $128,000 in the checking account. Won the Prelude by 1.25 lengths. Kind of opened up a 2-length lead and was kept to task with Allied Air Raid and Mobile Bay giving chase down the lane, but they weren't able to make up any ground. Donnie Mesh has ridden him in all 3 of his 4 wins. Louis Quinones rode him in the other win. This horse is sharp, he's fresh, he's a winner, so he's definitely a contender. He is a Louisiana bred, and he will be favored in this race, most likely. Fuseichi Flame had some good form earlier this year, but really ever since Louisiana Derby, he's kind of seen his form go off cycle. He was 8 lengths back in the Louisiana Derby, lost by 28 in the Iowa Derby, then got second in the optional claimer, and then finished 4th in the Prelude. Gets blinkers on for this race, just not sure that's enough to reverse that form, as he's really been off form now for a few months. Allied Air Raid, 2 wins in 3 seconds out of 6 starts. The son of Midshipman was a $50,000 purchase at auction. Got second in the Prelude, lost to the Picket Factor. Came from off the pace, and the fractions that day were very slow, especially that 48.4 for the 4 furlong mark. The race shape graded out slow in the middle, and then fast in the middle, and then kind of late, but it just seemed like they couldn't make up any ground on the Picket Factor, who was sharp that day. So Allied Air Raid, probably the second favorite. I would say probably 5-2 morning line. Chocopology, this guy seems to have maxed out at the 79 speed figure level. 79 his last race, won by 7. He is a Louisiana bred, 79 the race before, and 82 is 67. So if you think that this race is going to be run with an 83 or an 84 speed figure, you have to somehow find a way for this guy to improve by 4 to 5 speed figure points, and I just don't see it in a 6 career race. That last race, he was 50 cents on the dollar, 3 to 5. He won by 7, moving way up in class here. Even though a couple of these horses are Louisiana breds, he's facing a better crew than that. Mobile Bay ran 3rd in the Prelude. Kind of ran his race. He's won 2, 3 of his last 4, got 3rd in the last race, has a good form cycle, can definitely make a case for him. This is another Louisiana bred, and the Louisiana connections are going to be represented well in this race. My top choice is Prime Engine. I think that was a big win at Emerald Downs. He goes up in class a little bit, but he does draw the inside post. He'll be roughly 4-1 to 9-2 in the race. Contenders are the top 2 from the Prelude, the Allied Air Raid and the Picket Factor. $400,000, and although this race may not be what it used to be, a lot of things you can say that about in horse racing. Looking forward to the stakes card at Louisiana Downs on Saturday, and the winner of the Super Derby will join an illustrious crew. Good luck to everybody on the Super Derby.